Actually, let's just. Am I on? Mm-hmm. Three. Gonna barrel turn. I'm not sure what size we want to use. I'm not sure if you should have an overbet, but at least ace queen ace jack. Mm-hmm. 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 Just gonna check about this 10x. Mm-hmm. Three bet up. Check about the sixes. I'm just gonna see bet flop. Checking the 9-4. Checking the 6-6 again. Probably just gonna check down. Gonna go up the ace queen. We see bet flop against the fish, but I don't really want to be barreling. Lose the aces with the sixes. Fold and turn. Who's in these? Just a bit about middle part. I think I must have ISO down. I think I'm just gonna. Just a bit thin on that turn. Might just check. Could get bet, but I don't know the guy well enough. But we'll just be cooling down. Though it's not the nicest spot. C bet and ace queen. Mm. Ace jack gonna flat and 3-bet sometimes. First is this. I think we're gonna fold. Just dominate a lot. Versus 4-bet range. And we flop a set with the fives. Tab 2. A very nice turn. Should have bluffed that actually. Probably good river. Means that I'm probably over bluffing. Shoving all in. More likely to call because they've got less sets, less 2-pair. Although ace 4, 4, 6, I have a tougher time. Sixes, nice. Gonna squeeze the 4, 5 suited here. Probably a bad call, given that you block a lot of the bluffing combos. Mm. Folding the a7 versus 4-bet. Gonna check turn with the tens. pretty horrible with it. Gonna fold versus guys shorter. Three bet the king queen. Fold in. Gonna call when with the steep with the jack temp. It's just gonna be a check fold on the flop. Should we bet the king nine suited? See bet and flop. Odds. Whoops. Don't you know it? Get raised and turn here. Not that nice when he's got queen jack, but I've got to call once. Quite easy turn fold. River folds are in. It could be raise and turn with king 10 or 10 9, but unlikely. Or 5, which calls a flop. God, don't you know it? Decent turn with the jack nine. Don't you know it? Should have vary bet. Odd. Don't you know it? Right, swap the queen 10. My God, don't you know it? Fold. See Ben flop with the nines. Check call in turn. My God, don't you know it? And check and river. I think blocking spades here isn't great. And this is quite low in our range, so we can fold. Right, mate? How you doing? Kind of about. How you doing? Ooh. And gonna attack river. The queen 9. To rebet the king queen now. Don't think he's going to shove too much in the turn, so I'm happy to bet this here. Get the fold, which is nice. This guy leads into us on the turn after betting small on the flop. Just going to call down and of all sorts. I call down the sixes. Ace spazzy, chucking down the fives. Value bet on the king queen.
Just running my bath now, dear boy.
What?
Just running my bath now, dear boy. So don't disturb me.
Oh, that's a horrific song. I'm gonna check raise the ace 5. Me? Gonna do this with king 7, 10 9, all those sort of hands as well. And I think I'm gonna go for on this river as well. And he checks back. His 4s. King 9. This guy's seems a bit passive. Attacking in the check range with the 9-7. Not the best river to do it on, but he's got a lot of check calls with his 9s to 2s with the 1 club. And 10x, Queen X. Checking a lot with the 3s. Check fold him. Hopefully, hoping for a good session today. Betting in with the backdoor flush draw. And 3 betting the queens. 3 betting the king queen. Checking back the jack 6. I'm probably just giving up on this run out. Not great. Don't think this guy's folding his queen X. 7. I think we probably have to call this format. Just get this in, the king jack in with this guy. Obviously checking on the flop. He's gonna see bet a lot. I think we can float. Prefer it with a spade, but I think we can just float. Probably floating with our pairs, chick 7s, some of our best pairs, maybe our jacks and flush draws and stuff. But floating here, just about. Feels like the bottom of our range. And obviously fold into a shove. Gonna flat or 3 bet. Gonna 3 bet. This guy's apparently a bit of a weaker player. Looks a bit nitty though. Guy checks down ace. Okay. This guy shoves all in. I'm a street rider, you know, fuck with me. Bet 10 with ace 10. And fold versus raise, which is undoubtedly 9s. This guy leads pot into us on the flop. I think we can just call Ace Jack. We might raise, but King Jack. Let's call. Bad boy. Ooh. This guy could do all sorts. 7x, Jack X. Just gonna carry on value betting. Set up the river shove. Live, look alive. And I'm just gonna shove. He maybe has some. Uh, some ace X spades, but I think he's gonna call a lot with his Jack X. So, given the flush draw misses, but we 3-bet the Ace King. Just gonna bet flop against this guy's a whale. Unfortunately, he failed. 10-9 with flam. Followed flop. You. Anyhow, no breeze. I don't want a stab and turn. Look alive, look alive. Gonna fold the queen on there, it's a bit marginal. Flatten the edge temp. Probably the cool ones. I think we're gonna fold versus that size. It's a little bit too big. Think. Yeah, I'm just gonna fold. It's close. Ace queen, spades. We'd be calling, but that's a little bit too thin. Gonna call. Gonna call once, yeah. Just gonna stab turn once. Try to fold out those bluffs that could bluff me on the river. I'm just gonna check down. Shut, blah. Got a 3-bet this sometimes, and this is one of those times. Flatten the queen ten. Flatten. Flatten the a7. Folded AFS as a Nitya guy, and just checking back here. And bluffing river. Fair enough. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. That blah blah. Got 3-bet this sometimes. We 3-bet the ace king, and we get a nice flop. Gonna call flop. Can have 9-10 flush draws. That's obviously a good turn for us. He has two. He's got 5 combos now, and obviously his combo draws. Now proportionally are a bigger part of his range. 10-9 gets there. Queen Jack gets there. Whether people bluff their Jack X here, I don't think they do. And 10-9 gets there, so he hasn't got many bluffs. So I'm just gonna fold. Got aces bottom right, and we've got a set in the top left. And there's a 3-bet, which is a very nice spot. Just gonna 3-bet to this size in. Gonna raise flop as well. It's about 19. So 3-bet the aces, raising the set. This guy led into us, potted it, and he folds. And this guy pot calls. Just gonna bet 19. Get shoved into the aces, ace king. Might do this sometimes with the 5-6. Probably unlikely though, given the action. We might lose to 9s here actually, or 8-6, but it's still got value bet. And shoving it in. I don't know what this guy has. This guy looks like a rag, so I'm a little bit afraid, but we'll see. Yeah, so we beat ace king in the table, bottom table, which is good. Cool. Don't know what you could be tanking it. Ace 9 perhaps, but I never have 2 pairs, so you should probably snap fold that. Unless he thinks I bluff, but especially on this river, I don't have many bluffs really. Folds. Fairs. Nice turn with ace nine. He raises. Just gonna call. Let him bet river and shove rivers. I tank it, pretend like it's a hard decision. It's a nice river. Also get 3-bet with aces. Just gonna shove the ace nine, and here we're gonna 3-bet to 20, I think, because we're a little bit deeper. Shove and hit. No room to use another sizing really. And the ace is going to go across 3 streets, so we're going to use a smaller sizing. We own him with a flush over flush. Small sizing because we're not going to get it over 2 streets. And he raises. We're just going to flat this. We don't need to protect from much. Don't lose to anything really. 9s perhaps. But is that always 3-bet pre? I'm not sure. Don't think so. So just going to call. We've got room to shove river. Obviously, that's a pretty horrendous run out. Just gonna check now. I think we might have some 8-7s perhaps, 6-7s. So just gonna check. And he checks back probably queens, which is a bit peak, but don't think we can do much else in that run out. 10-8. King 10, sorry. So we get the most out of that hand probably on the flop. That's not too bad. And we also wreck Jack 10 suit here. And the guy had King 10 here. So obviously a fish. Didn't know that at the time. But nice. Up a few blinds. But where did it justice? Got queens. Tightish fold with the Jack 6 there. Hold him. Poetic justice, put it in a song, whole lot. What's the name? Yeah, that's all. Oh my god. Checking river. Like any bear ace down, it could be one. Yeah, exactly. But there's no other size you can really take. I think on that river, because any other size, and you're gonna leave like 30 big blinds behind. So there's not much point. It's sort of, as you said, you're sort of very polarized. We're basically repping ace of diamond or the flush. So yeah, big size is good. So even better when they have a flush. Nice couple hands there. Hopefully gonna be a good weekend day. You and I. Get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. Poetic justice, put it in a song, alright. Poetic justice, put it in a song, alright. Reg limps. Fishman raises. Just gonna 3-bet here. Not much else to do. Poetic justice. Poetic justice. Bit worrying if the reg gets involved in this situation. Alright, that's good. And obviously a horrendous flop. I think we can bet flop alright. This is the easiest way to play the hand. And it's probably alright to bet range. His range is very wide. Just gonna check that turn. Don't expect many flushes, but decent turn for us. That's a pretty horrendous river. Check versus King 7 suited. We 3-bet the ace jack. See bet flop. Just one ball with it, justice. Put it in the song. Checking back turn. Calling rivers, but not loving it. I don't think they have many bluff candidates. Like they're gonna have to call king queen suited on the flop or turns 9s into bluffs. I think we just have to call, but not loving it. Ace queen, yeah. And we chop the board. He had a royal flush draw. Okay, God. We have min 3-bet here. Just gonna fold now. I think he's very strong when he. We can't call really profitably. And this guy might shove. It's pretty try situation. Just gonna fold. Jacks. I guess we just call a shove and fold if the guy shoves 100 big blinds. But... You playing today? I played a little bit earlier. I think probably ended up like. I know. I think I was down like 50 big blinds, but nothing too bad. Set in table 2. Gonna check raise here. And that's a pretty awful river. Just gonna value bet. Actually, I think that might be too thin to value bet. But not gonna be at end of the world. Flatten here when we're this deep. Could also 3-bet. Probably should 3-bet. Don't really want to have too much of a flatten range there. But we get it through. That's nice. Yeah. Maybe I'll be better off now. Call it. Seven turns. Gonna flat the sevens, hoping to get a set. Unless this geezer 3-bets, which looks likely. Only God can judge us. Me. And no 7. Only God can judge me. Hold him. Succeed. Gonna flat here versus the fish. Marginal, but I think it plays quite well. Fold him. A 3-bet the king turn here versus a guy I've got down as a whale. Playing, but actually 5 hour brain is pretty stacked. Just like, well, yeah, I'm very tired today. Very nice flop when you're 200 big blinds deep in tab 2. But, oh, plays like a 6 table mix in. Oh, nice. Just gonna bet big here, I think. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm probably just gonna be a short one. No, I unfortunately found. Overbetting this turn. I think. Hope to find out this Queen X, Jack X. Nice. Aces in the bottom left. See bet and flop, and checking back a lot on the turn, if not always. Please, don't, please. Obviously, that's a horrendous turn for us, so gonna check. Only God can judge me. Gonna pop to Lou for a second. After these hands, we've got queens in the bottom right hand. Just gonna 3-bet to 30. Calling the aces in the bottom left. 3-bet this guy. He's very active. 3-bet range, 10-9 suited, 4-bet range, 10s. So lose to Queen Jacks with the aces. Obviously not folding to a shove here. Unfortunately, it failed. Alright, one sec. Weekend plans. Not much, as you can expect. Play a bit of poker. I'm sort of getting a routine now where I'm studying. I've got my 4th year, so I'm got exams in a month or two, so studying during the day and then playing poker during the night, just to sort of chill and earn some money, hopefully. What about you? You got anything planned? Bit of darts. Yeah. Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Check about Terminator 4 and Stabbing Rivers. I'm actually gonna call this. So many draws missed on the flop. So. I don't think expect them to bluff too much that size, but I think we just need to call one that many draws missed. Ace Jack. We C-bet flop. Well, it's pretty 3-bet pre-flop, C-bet and flop. Gotta check a lot of turns. I think all turns actually. Except maybe a jack. And we get raised. I think this is going to be very high equity. Draws. It's like Queen Jack suited. All his sort of monster flush draws. And his ace 10, ace 9. So I don't think we're going to do quite well versus that range. So I'm actually going to fold. Especially when he perceives our range to be ace king heavy. I don't think people are going to go crazy with their bluffs. So given how high equity their range is, I think we can actually fold fairly comfortably. But I see quite an exploitative fold. But generally on those ace high boards, like I don't see people raising wide against. They'll look at my range. Obviously, know I've got ace king, 10s, 9s. They see my defense is quite easy, so I don't think they'll go out their way to bluff like queen jack non-flush draw. I think they'll call that most of the time. Nice, man. Yeah. Maybe we can run up some stacks. Just gonna fold when he pots it. I think we're not gonna do too well versus his range. I'm gonna fold versus the. Range was it since since I was more right the chest and rate back bonus if I could be. If I just grind. Oh really? That's quite good. I mean, yeah, if you're a professional, then you got 120,000. I mean, it's so long. I'm never gonna be able to read. It's actually bollocks how they just like introduce a promotion and then upped all the chests. Like, yeah, thanks a lot. Because I hadn't played in ages, I was getting chests like 3 chests a day, like a couple of weeks ago. And now it's completely slowed down. When I got up to this one, it was 12,000. It was like 1 chest a day, and now it's chest once a month, I guess. Nice flop with the 4s. Just gonna raise here, I think. Actually, no, we can call. No, I'm gonna raise versus the fish with the 4-7. Unfortunately, failed. Folded versus the 7x raise first one. Birds and the bees. Birds and the bees. Da, 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 da. Da. It's also low. If I manage to get a 2k and rake over the next 30 days, and my chest don't move, those bonuses alone will put me up lifetime schedule waiting pre-MI when I was now withdraw and set. There's only 70% rate back. Really? Christ. That's mental. But it's already 2k and rake is loads, no? Surely you'll move up in chests before you get 2k total. I didn't really know. I didn't pay much attention to it. He's 10. That's mad though. I don't even know what rate back I'm getting. It must be like 10% at the moment. Oh, I'm not gonna bluff here. I don't think with the king six. Obviously bad blockers and all that, and not the best river to bluff on. I'm gonna call the tens once. What do you mean max? Well, the maximum it can be for this chest range. Just gonna fold ace jack versus 4x. A little bit nitty, but I don't know. I don't want to 3-bet it, and don't want to flat it either. Might even play a 3-bet fold sort of range though. Just gonna get the ace king here in big blind versus small blind. Nice. Yeah, it's rubbish. I don't know how they even like. It's just so stupid, man. Because I think it was for everyone. Like other people said the same thing. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, they introduced the chess system to. Yeah, they built the chess system just to sort of deceive people, so it's harder for you to realize what they're doing. They've just got more control over it, and less. They can make changes like up in 10 times without massive outroar because it's so much harder to calculate. Four's gonna bluff on the flop, just gonna go crazy, and from the sevens, this triple barrel on that run out is horrendous. I need check calls, man. I don't think I want to bluff this guy, especially on that turn. Just gonna check it down. Hopefully be ace king. No, don't. Oh, it's true. Oh my lord. So that's 1.2 tower. That's mad. I don't think I even wanted to know that. So we 3-bet the jacks. Bottom left. Gonna check flop. Just mean we have some check calls. Yeah, that's meant 2.5%. That's awful. Checking it down, hopefully. Obviously not a great run out. Hopefully we beat 9s and 6s. Yeah, that's horrendous. 2.5%. That's mad. So before that means it was 25%. I'm just going to like that round some type of attractor. It seems. Okay. What happened there? We beat 4, 7 suited and 3s. Okay. I'm gonna float here. I think a lot of people play their turn range pretty badly, so we can float a little bit wider with queen highs. Could also raise. I'd probably do that on a non-flush draw or like a rainbow flop, but not the flush draw one. Pretty much, if you're not doing that draw. Yeah, any checks. Pretty much, if you're no draw, you get nothing. Yeah, gonna fold the ace jack. Yeah, yeah. Let me get 4-bet versus the net. Just gonna fold. Oh, sorry. I'm tired, man. Ooh, and we bet turn. I'm gonna check it back. Probably. Don't think on that river we're gonna bluff too much. Don't really rep too much. We're folding ace well. Yeah, I've thought about changing sites, but I think changing other sites reduces my interest in playing because it's often just worse software. So I play less volume, so it sort of probably works out about the same. But maybe when I get up to 100 an hour to an hour, I think it's smart to change or play on those mobile apps maybe. Think I'm gonna 4-bet call this. We get enough value with things, and we also get it in versus ace king sometimes. I think when someone flats there, we just can't call. Obviously a horrible flop. Just gonna check fold. Queen, not bad turn. I'm gonna pretend I'm thinking about it. Good that we've reached river. I feel like we have to call. Oh, I'm just gonna call. You can have all sorts. I think if he turns up with the ace 8 here, he can turn up with king queen. So I think calling's alright. No, ace king. Fair enough. Just feel once that checks twice, they have enough bluffs and possibly even worse value bets in their range. So we flop a set in the top left. We are gonna check raise it. We don't have 3 copies so far enough. Yeah, man. We 3-bet ace king here as well. Unfortunately, that gets through. On the queen, I think we want to double barrel this. We're not gonna have many spade blocker hands, so when we do have them, we need to barrel them. And barrel them bigger sizing as well. Because we're deeper. Putting pressure on that jack to 10s, 9s range. And also fold out other ace kings. We blocking ace 10, ace jack, other ace kings. It's quite a good result. Ace tanking, which seems to tell us is a good shout, unless he's got queens. And he folds, which is good. We got check raise on this flop. We are betting turn. And he folds. It's going alright so far. That queen's hand was a bit brutal. Folding this first, isn't it? I'm just sort of just in that mode where I'm probably not playing my best or anywhere near it. I'm just gonna play and hopefully rake it in. Might put on some chili assurance actually. There we go, that's more like it. Oh god. Someone else flats here, but I found. And that's gonna fold. Spinning. Three back the jacks. And a check and checks. Yeah, come too far to play up. Who we are. Get the fold, nice. One night to the song, one night to the song. For one night to get lucky. I think we use his ace queen to bluff. Probably doesn't have much showdown versus a nittier guy calling there. Small blind. Good plus. Having another proposition from the old days. Obviously a lovely turn. And I'll just answer your question in a second. What are your thoughts on why this map nowadays always used to be the biggest than so. And we get raised. I think we're just gonna call. We're not scared of much. He's probably not bluffing. In all honesty, we'll probably chop him a lot of the time, but we'll just call. Might lose some action with King Jack, but we'll just shove it in and see what happens. Trying to get lucky. And I'm lagging, which is never a good sign. We get 4-bet with aces, which is obviously very nice. Gonna flat this sometimes. Unless this guy back shoves, which would be unreal situation. Could be happening. And we absolutely demolish. Massive. Wow, do not buff. Gonna flat this time. With the aces. Sorry, I'll answer your question in just 1 second. So we beat King 9. King 9 hit. Guy checks back the flop. I think we're just gonna bet a bet. Not much else we can do really. And I don't really know what his range is when he check calls it. And we've got all the aces really. Maybe he has just got the other ace king. We'll just obviously bet, get it all in. No idea what I had there. 6-5, ace 3. Not ace 3. 6-5 maybe. But we'll take it. Another donation. As for sizings, I think the general logic. Actually, I honestly don't know the logic. I think it's just solvers. I think when I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm sort of too tired to think it through. I think it's. Something it's. I don't know. I don't know. I think a sort of smaller sizing allows you to play a wider range. Can't because obviously they're using a because they'll call it wider range, right? So and you just want to play wider ranges under the gun maybe, and button's already wide enough so you can use a bigger size. And same with small blind. Small blind's different because obviously you don't want to play too many pots out of position. But I don't know. To be honest, I just follow what the solver says or what the general census seems to be. Not gonna lie. Don't know what your thoughts. What are your thoughts? Yes, gone to Miami. That's 4-bet sometimes, but calling this time. Folding this time. Calling the ace king versus a 3-bet. The C-bet. No, I don't bet. No worries. You got any thoughts on those hands? Or all pretty standard? I think it's nice to have some aces in your calling range though. I poppy. Bluffing the twos on the turn. Just gonna bluff river. Don't think he's got a lot of his range. Is gonna have a hard time calling that river. I don't know what his range looks like, but generally puts him in a tough position unless he raises. Against better opponents, often shove turn for 3-roll. Yeah, I don't know. I think the ace queen actually that's a good shout. I think shoving's fine. I don't know. The thing is with the ace queen, you'll free roll anyways. I think probably a reasonable concern is people not giving you any action on that sort of river. Obviously, you called king 9 there. But a lot of players won't give you action, so I can see reasons for shoving. I think with that specific hand, I'm fine calling. In case they are bluffing, or like sometimes maybe you shove because it was such a small raise. It might be like a see where I'm at raise, because he did do that with king 9 there. So he might have folded that to the shove for that example, but I don't know. Thing is, better opponents. Well, if say you were 100 big blinds deep instead of whatever 50, where they'll raise about 30. I don't know. I don't think they should be raising that turn at all, probably, given that amount of ace queen in our range. But even against good players, shouldn't be raising ace queen there too often. Maybe sometimes, but not always. Because we just own that board a lot, so if they raise ace queen, their checking range is ruined. And as well, they're not going to get much value versus our betting range. Like, a lot of our betting range is ace queen, so therefore shoving sort of has the same. Then good players aren't raising. They're very polarized. They're either king jack or ace queen. So they're not king jack. Sorry, not king jack. They're either ace queen or bluff, right? So shoving really doesn't do much because you fold out their bluffs. So I guess I'm more inclined to shove versus a fish than a rag. Check that down. Yeah, it's probably right. I mean, the thing is, I think it's gonna be a PO decision a lot of the time, and like that's so many different reasons. So like that's probably one of the reasons, or a couple of the reasons. And it's just sort of like quantifying all of them. It's hard to do in your mind. You can't really quantify them. You can sort of just justify them with reasons, but you can't weigh them up, right? So I think but you're probably right. And then yes, you can of course Oh yeah, that's it. You can call 3 bets. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Gonna bet ace queen here. I think it's close, but we're gonna go Poland on this flop. Yeah, it's one of those situations where it's so many different reasons, as you say, like the 3 bet and the squeezing, and then the sort of equilibrium point that PO finds is obviously the best one. But like for one of those reasons, like smaller size, and it's why don't we go 2x everywhere? You know, obviously there's some reason we've gone 2.2x. Um, this be far. I don't think this is gonna be too profitable turn barrel, but we get the fold. So. Dice, we don't talk about it. On the floor, inside this before. We don't talk about it. Alone. Dice, we don't talk about it. Shouldn't talk about it. Bluff river. Again, it's been good on one table, but the rest, not so much. It's not been awful. 3 bet in the tens. Yeah, I mean, with the ace queen, I am sort of just rambling. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think that it made sense. Like, regs would be most polarized, you're less incentivized to shove. Very nice flop with the tens. And fishes are less so I guess you're more incentivized to shove. Whether you want to shove, I don't know. I'm gonna size up cheekily here because I think when they got ace king there, we just really want to get it in. Let's 3 bet the nines, and it might be tough to get it in when they 33%. Gonna not can 4 bet it sometimes, but don't want to do that versus unknown. I don't know if I under 4 bet or not. Well, definitely under 4 bet, but I don't know if that's a good thing to do versus unknowns or And same with calling 4 bets. I'm not sure, like, so to speak, like, what's the standard? Like versus unknown, how wide should I be calling? Because obviously versus reg, I'll be calling much wider. I sort of feel like we're definitely underfold, overfold, and under 4 bet, overfold and under 4 bet. I don't know where the sort of level is versus unknowns. Yeah, it's probably right, but I feel like a bit of a net. Probably want to overbet this turn quite a bit. I am going to. I don't really like it with the queens, but it's a bit of a tight fold with the ace out. But we're dominated a lot. We'll see folding versus shove. Hopefully, we can get a couple more stacks. Gonna flat here when we're a bit deeper. Love with me. And just gonna go crazy. So 3 bet on the ace king. versus short stack. Get cold called. Hope this guy shoves it in. Nope. Gonna bet very small on this flop. Just gonna bet 5. I want to get it in on the turn, so that gives us 28 to get it in bind. But I want to give them room to spaz a little bit. Probably should have bluffed that river, but I wasn't paying attention. Gonna call twice here. I think I'm just gonna shove this one in. Can check behind, but there's a lot of rivers that I don't like, so just gonna bet. Hoping for 2 calls and get 2 folds instead. It's alright though. We'll take the pot. Flush to set. Flop to flush. Don't know. So I'm gonna still really wide versus nits. I'm just gonna bet twice with the sets. Oh, sorry, you can see that with the flush throw. Interesting thing with calling for bets. They usually tell you, so if the size is on the big side, you don't have to call. Yeah. A lot of people. First is a 2.2x, then you sort of know someone's. I think you're right. Like, first is 2.2x. You they're often a reg, so they probably construct their 4-bet range a little bit better. Whereas when they're like 4x or 3x or whatever, then they're normally gonna check this one. Normally a bit mental and only do kings plus, you know. Gonna bluff the ace 5 and call the queen 10 versus 4-bet, 3-bet. Yeah. Well, that as well. Obviously, you gotta 3-bet more and nice flop here. Just gonna bet. I don't expect to get shoved on the turn too much, and if I do, it's probably aces. So I'm just gonna bet again. Hoping for a fold, obviously. I feel like it's got aces here, though. Yeah. I think he always has aces that are like. His check range should be. It never improves really on that turn. Maybe ace 4, but. That's not always in their range. Flush the set. Exactly. Flush the set. That would have been good. Oh, I'm tired. Gonna 3-bet the ace straight. C-bet and flop. 3-bet the 8. Get a fold, which is nice. Oh, we'll go with that. Oh, that's a great flop. Yeah, it is, but it didn't work out too well. Alright, see you in a bit, mate. So you can auto call a shove. I don't have aces, kings, and I flatted a 3-bet. I don't have aces, kings, ace, king, that range though. I called this one twice, right? On the flop, well, I just don't need to go that big with the rest of my range. Like, I'm gonna get it in easy, so flop size doesn't matter. And turn, I just not calling a shove there. Flop a straight and hand one. Yeah, you did. I'm gonna go polar on this flop. Thought she folds. Yeah. And checking a lot here. And stabbing a lot here. Check and turn. I don't expect him to have many worse hands than this, but we'll see. Check calling the ace 10. And I'm gonna check this one back. And first a bet. Probably got bands. This is one of our worst ace X to call though. Gonna flat the ace queen. Me, this is not so bad. It's not so bad. Check and turn. I'm just checking out down the ace 10. And we'll call about. I'm not loving it, but and we chop with ace 9. Got aces. Take one. Fortunately, get no action. Flat the queen jack here. Just call him. On turn, just gonna check back. Not too much value to get. 3-bet the 7-6. C betting the king queen. And now value betting on table 1. Table 1 we 3-bet. And we obviously C betting with so much equity. Quite a nice board. And we get forward. We'll turn up. Windows. Flatten the jack 7. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Can raises sometimes. I think first half pot we can call, especially versus a nittier guy. Call in twice. Oh, obviously pretty horrible river. Just gonna fold. Don't have many bluffs. Bluffing candidates. Hard for him to bluff there. And obviously we're quite low down in our range, so. You fold an a6 there. Just about. Squeezing the ace down. And obviously 3-bet and the jacks. Nice flop with the ace-10. I'm just going to check. Let him bluff off. Not going to value bet 2 streets, so I don't mind checking sometimes. Also, the jack's supposed to bet and flop. Ace-10, now we're just going to bet. Don't expect to be being ever really here. So, can go crazy, hoping to get called down by Jack X. Unfortunately, folds. Three. No, I'm gonna fold the ace-4 versus unknown. Or Fisher player, just not necessary to get involved. Or not that profitable, so to speak. Gonna value bet ace-8 here, it's close. Actually no, we're chopping with a lot of ace-X. So it's probably close either way. Flatten the 10s here, I think. Can also 3-bet sometimes. Go this way forever. Around for me, count on. Just calling flop. And obviously call in turn quite comfortably. Don't think they have many bluffs actually on this run out. We 3-bet ace king here, get shoved on. Obviously calling. And it's versus another combos of ace king. We're just chopping it up. Also 3-bet and this ace queen. And on the 10's hand, we are just checking back. Ace king, alright. Interesting. Folding the ace queen versus 4-bet. Fold, 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 fold. Ben Ranger. Same here. The sky goes down. Can 3-bet sometimes maybe king 8 suited. I would versus a more active player, but king 8 off. I'm just gonna fold there. Gonna make a bit of a nitty fold with the queen 9 here. 200 big blinds deep. Queen 10 suited, obviously fold. Call 9-8 suited. I'm gonna call. Thanks for the follow, Doom Jock, mate. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Betting polar and leaving my check range gutted on this flop. His turn doesn't really change much. Just gonna keep barreling for a little bit of bigger sizing. Not too scared of 6x or whatever in this guy's range. I'm actually gonna triple barrel this. Obviously doesn't have kings plus or any other queen x here, so I can value bet this pretty comfortably. Difficult to get called down by the 7s to jacks, given that people probably don't bluff enough here. I'd have 7-8 here, but not many others because it's quite hard to find bluffs there. But he calls me down with 5s. It seems like a very thin call. Doesn't seem like he's folding any pocket pairs in that run out, so probably a weaker player. Nitty fault. Gonna call the 3s here. Gonna fold the 3s. Calling the 10s versus 3 bet. Guys, if you've got any questions about in the hands I'm playing, just feel free to whack them in the chat. Any thoughts you got? Thanks for the follow, Slogger D, mate. Appreciate it. Calling the C bet with the 10-10. C bet and flat. Oh, I can't see it. Thanks for following, guys. Appreciate it. When he checks, this guy is a bit of a spaz. Actually, gonna bet here. Should be checking a lot, but I don't. Actually, no. I'm gonna check back. Let him bluff rivers. We've also got queens here. With 3 bet versus the fish. We're now gonna value bet river in the 10s for quite a big size, and I think this guy calls very wide. Fortunately, he folds. We see bet the queens, and that folds on the flop. Probably should use a bigger size than with the king jack here. And probably should float sometimes here, but versus a nittier guy, I don't think he raises too wide or wide enough, so to speak. So, happy to fold. It's a nice hand with the 10s. Got that through. Probably should check a lot here, but I think this guy calls with a wide enough range on the flop where we can see bet. And also 3 bet in the 9-8. Get 2 folds, which we'll take. Through. You got the love. This is a 4 bet. It's close. It'd be a defend versus regs. Versus unknown. I'm more reluctant. I'm actually gonna fold here. Turns up, seems to be a nittier player. And I don't think it's gonna be a profitable play versus unknowns when you consider rake as well. So tight fold versus reg I'd call, but happy to fold. And stabbing the ace queen on the river. Betting big on the flop with 3s. We need some bluffs on bad runouts. So having some low pocket pairs is quite good in our range. He donks turn. Just gonna fold. We get raised on this river after he checks turn, so I don't expect him to have too many flush draws. I don't think people have many natural bluffs here. He could be raising his tens here. Queen 10. No, probably bets turn with Queen 10. Obviously we block it. I think holding ace of diamonds. I don't think people have many natural bluffs. Maybe Jack 10, but he's got to be a good player to bluff with that. So I'm actually gonna fold. A lot of his bluffs have pairs, so I don't see people turn enough pairs into bluffs. I'm not sure if that made any sense. I'm really tired. But basically, people don't turn enough pairs into bluffs there too. Cool. So, and shoving isn't really an option when he's got tens there. Like, if anything, it makes it worse because he's got hardly any. He's not really repping a flush when he raises that river when I've got the ace of diamonds. I mean, what flushes can I have? Jack 9? Jack 9 of diamonds? 8, 9? Just repping tens, really. And the only sort of bluffs he has is Jack 10, Ace 10 maybe. And I don't think people turn 10x into bluffs there, so. Or frequently enough. Maybe that guy does. But I think in generally the pool doesn't, so. Nice spot to bluff actually if you're in his position. Although I can definitely have a lot of sets there. Checking King 10. What do you guys think about that hand? Would you call that shoved? Why are you betting 9-8? Unfortunately, lose to Jack 10, which played very neatly. You know. Beat 2s there. Versus a very small 3-bet. And a little bit deeper when I call her. Obviously fold a flop. Let's see about flop here. Big size and with most of my range. Call on the 7-5. And just gonna fold when he dunks into us. Stabbing very wide versus checks. And folding versus check raise. Nice flop the king queen. Gonna use a bigger size in versus 2 weaker players. For obvious reasons. Unfortunately, get 2 folds. Calling the ace queen on the c-bet. Not a great spot to bluff with the queen jack. Gonna fold, I know. Don't think they bluff enough to call. Obviously folding the queen jack. Thanks, so. Like my side man, my wingman at the moment. Just throwing compliments left, right, and center. I think it's a tough spot, but thing is, I don't think it's actually a great spot to him to bluff because I've got a lot of ace high flush draws there that probably want to cool down a lot. Like, it'd probably be a very tough fold for me to fold a flush there. Calling twice to the ace two. And we river an ace. So just value bet really small here. Trying to get value from some 9x. Maybe we lose to some jack 7x, but. I'm not even sure my explanation made much sense. I'm so tired. I'm barely comprehensible. Does that even make sense? I don't know, man. 3-bet into 12 because we're a bit deeper with the queens. We have the ace king on the table. We're gonna 3-bet. A 4-bet, sorry. Folds. Very cheeky 4-2 suited fold here. Steal versus 2 nets. Obviously, don't get rewarded for it. Call in once with the ace 9. Makes me think better. Thanks, man. I think just hearing someone else's logic makes you. Like, it can only be beneficial, really. Well, I guess unless their logic's wrong, which could definitely be true. But I think it's just like practice, like off the table. Like off the table, I'd sort of realize that on that sort of like Broadway board, a lot of his range in middle position has a lot of Broadway hands. Like it's very hard to find bluffs there, and a lot of people bluff ace of diamond hands there. So me having an ace diamond is pretty bad as well. So obviously he could just absolutely own me with jack 10, but again he's only got three combos of that, and he's got three combos of 10-10. So and maybe some trap turns, maybe, but I doubt it. So he's gonna need to bluff like all his jack 10. But it's just sort of just looking at hands outside of it, which helps you identify them quicker. Because you'd probably realize that outside of the game. But it's just practice makes you think of it while playing. To you, it's all blue in Malibu. Next to you, Malibu. Next to you. Mm. 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 Ace king table 4. Next to you. We get flattered by probably Fisher guy, Sports Wolves. When he flats here and on this board, I don't think we've. He's going to connect with that board a lot, so I don't think we've got a great bluffing. I don't want to barrel a lot, so I'm just going to check and hopefully, checks back. Gonna call ones versus that sizing. Like, if he's calling a wide range and he's got a lot of king jacks, whatever there, and 10, and if he's calling a tight range, jack 10 board is hardly great for us as well, with jacks and 10s in his range and blah blah blah. Fold of the turn. Calling queen 8 versus a check raise. On the old man's money, you can lie on the old man. 3-betting the. Oh, sorry. He check raised flop. I called. I'm now stabbing turn. He's probably gonna fold his bluffs and call ace jack. Against a reg, I would shove this because I've got a lot of queen 10 here and king jack and so on. First is unknown. I don't feel confident that a fish is gonna fold a jack X there, or he might just have the nuts there. So it's good that I didn't shove into that. Alright, I'm just gonna pop to Lou 1 second after this ace's hand. Anyway. Don't worry about the thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Good morning. We'll gain 2 followers then. Earlier. Got up to 6 viewers. That was a highlight. Oh my god, man. And then instantly back to 3. No. But poker's going well, so that's the thing that matters. It's gonna be alright. 3-bet and then queen jack. Worry. We got 3-bet with the ace. Gonna be alright. Obviously 4-bet. Some. Get called. I think we actually want to play this against over 3 streets when we're this little bit deeper. Or at least our specific hand prefers betting small 3 times. Force them into a really awkward situation. But when we're a little bit shallower, we don't have the opportunity to play this across 3 streets. So, I'd probably play aces similarly. Maybe. Depends if I'm in the mood, to be honest. But obviously, that's not very good logic. But betting this. Sorry, let me go on to this hand. So, just betting twice against smaller. I'll check this one back. We got shoved into. Obviously, fold him. And check back the flop and value it now. Finally, fine with the ace 10 hand, ace king hand. I think we've beaten a lot there when he shoves. That way, by betting 3 times small there, we get more value with our more value with our aces and whatever, and also get some sort of additional bluffing equity and realized equity with ace king. Check him out, ace king on the turn. I'm just gonna fold river. We've got aces, kings, queens to call here. This guy's tanking. Made a flop decision. I've taken a bit of a hit recently. I don't know what happened on this table. I lost our money. Slowly. More than earth and ash. Ace jack with a 3-bet. It will get up there, up to 16 followers. I know, big time. I think the thing is, I only stream late at night because I study during the day, so flop cheaper. Overbet time. Yeah, because I stream during the night. I think there's a lot more bigger streamers. So less people find you. Obviously that's horrendous river. After overbet time. He's gonna have some 4-5 suited. Obviously when he shoves all in with bloody fold him. Yeah, I reckon if I stream during the day I do better, but I need to study before I play poker. During the other way around would go very badly. Because this I can do fairly mindlessly. I'm gonna call the Jack 9 to a 3-bet. Shouldn't have flatted this actually. We flop a gut shot. Obviously call and flop. I'm gonna be stabbing turns fairly wide. It's not a hand to be scared to get shoved off, but obviously when they're betting, we're just folding. Real range of music in this playlist. If I'm wrong, I am right. Yeah, but we've got 2 follows, and then we went up to 6 or 7 viewers. So I reckon as soon as someone follows, and you get a boost in the listing or whatever. It's probably just because I got so little that you're not very high up. Probably exponential, I reckon. Should I give up, or should I just keep facing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? That's true. But then it seems like a lot of the big streamers are from the UK or Europe. And that's the sort of problem. It's not like there's not enough people. It's more so that the big people stream, so it gets very centralized to 2 or 3 channels. But soon enough, you'll build enough followers and that to not compete, but very nice flop with the ace king. Just gonna start betting big versus the fish. Unfortunately, they fold. Leads nowhere. Yeah. Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing? Oh, almost folded that. Leads nowhere. Can I make a nitty fold with the fives? No, I'm not. Screw it. Probably fours, twos, a fold. Just because my range will get so weak. Fold flop. Chasing pavements. What happened there? Should I give up, or should I just keep... Gonna check this one down. Very nice flop with the ace queen. We're gonna do some raise in here with our queen 10, ace 10. I think this is a flush draw that I want to call instead of raise. And obviously that's an unreal turn. Royal flush. Not too shabby. Just gonna bet here and hope he has some sort of... I mean, he's not gonna check 10s on the turn. I'm thinking that he might bet ace jack on the flop. I mean, I want to check shove that. Although we don't get value versus ace king, I guess. I think we're always gonna stack kings, 10s, obviously jacks. King, jack, jack 10 or whatever. It's just how to get the best value. I'm not sure what the best line is. But check shove is nice there sometimes. We'll take it. We'll take the royal flush. The top ones have a lot, then after it's big jumps. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think cash is much more slower and chillier. As you said, yeah, I reckon you get smaller but more consistent. So it's just sort of building up that audience slowly, I guess. Because I guess they're more sort of hardcore, to speak, viewers than sort of MTT ones who just sort of dip in and out. Because they're sort of interested in strategy and that. There's check king queen down. This guy called a 3-bet with Queen 10 off. So I'm just going to value bet this turn. I'm just going to shove river. Obviously, we lose to Queen sometimes, but I'll take it. If he's calling King 10 off here, that's a massive result for us, so. Sevens, King 10, as I said. Mind reader, lovely. Can't you see? In the dark. A beauty indeed, eh? Gonna bet this one. I mean, we shouldn't do a lot of betting here. I don't actually know. Like, this is a check range normally in these two positions. I don't know how multi-way affects that really. I'll be the first to admit that. You just don't know how beautiful you are. Fold in the king queen. If I thought. Gonna fall back this sometimes. I think I'll always. I don't know. I don't know really how wide to call when we're deep. I think 150 big blinds deep, that's a bit too shallow to call there, but 200 big blinds I'd call. Maybe I'm in it. Could be all of the above. Just apart. Maybe even try. Aces. Fortunately, it folds. You just don't know how beautiful you are. Favorite part. And we're lagging. Squeezing the jacks. Your heart will be alright, babe. Very nice flop. Think we're just gonna call. We don't really want to scare him. Not scare him. But I mean, got nothing too scared about. Let him do whatever he wants to do. I've got a note that he's passive, but we'll see. Baby. What those stars my name is telling me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's me or stars. Bets again. 80. I think we're just gonna call again. We're not too scared of too much. Not the best river, given that ace king gets there. But he's gonna have a lot of queen x there that we still want to shove. Let's do it all. We're still gonna shove, get value from queen 10, ace queen, king queen, queen jack maybe. Sevens, whatever. If he's got ace king, you can have it. Nice. I've got to go in 15 minutes because I've got the pub quiz again with my mates, but been quite a successful session, I think. We're looking at 3 tables with 200 big blinds. That's quite good. Still in wide here versus Nits. Nice turn where we flushed a set. Unfortunately, found. Three bet in the eights. Bigger sizing because we're massively deep. Probably just so many people playing it, right? Because their volume must be up massively. Gonna check the jack nine. Let it happen. So let it happen. Very nice turn versus a fish. I feel like it's a bit dicey to raise here with Queen 10, King Jack, 7s in his range. I'm just gonna call. I'd be calling versus of reg, obviously folding here. Sorry. Got ace king at the bottom left. Very nice flop in table 3. Obviously, just c bet and flop. And bet and tap. Versus shove, just gonna call here versus a short stack. Could have all sorts, and if he's got me beat, he's got me beat. King 6, exactly. Shove, pair with first draw on tap. Spazzy. Calling here, 3 betting the ace king, a little bit bigger because we're deeper, and stealing the 6-4 versus a nit. Gonna call the ace 10 twice here. We're gonna float very wide, and it's got a lot of bluffs here. And also 4 bet. We're gonna fold to the river once we get here. Bottom of range, and hard for them to have bluffs. 24, 4 bet into 24 here versus a, let's say, active reg. Not the best flop, but it's decent flop for our range. Slightly, when we're more closer to 100 big lines deep, we don't have the sort of space to bet bet over 3 streets, so it's gonna be have to be a bigger size on the flop. Obviously, we're just gonna check turn once we get here. Hoping that he's got some sort of 7-8. And that's an unreal river. Hoping he doesn't have 8-9 now. Shove it in, mate. Shove it in. Alright. I don't expect to be called ever, really, here. What's gonna call? Like, ace-5 value bets, ace-queen value bets, I think. Folds, yeah. But we'll take it. Got kings in the top left. We called a 3-bet with ace-jack here. We got 4-bet with kings up here. Gonna make it slightly smaller because this guy's not as deep. And we're calling ace-jack on the flop. Pretty standard defend on that flop. Aces. 10s. Nice. And we are stabbing turn in ace-jack. When we're this deep, we've got a lot of hands. We should actually use bigger size now, probably. Got it in 10-10. And that's a dream river. Oh my lord. Unreal river. I think we just want to use... I think they fold a lot of jacks on the river if we shove. It's a bit too obvious. Against a weaker player, I probably would, but versus a reg, I think they'll fold a lot. So we're just going to go really big size, but nothing crazy to set off any alarm bells. Unfortunately folds, but we'll take it. It's going well. 10-10, button first off. Mm-hmm. 200, 200, 300, 300 on 3 tables almost. It's pretty good. Fold and the king turn that. I've got to go in 10 minutes. Just letting you know ahead of time. Checking back at the 6-6. I think it's actually a river we want to bluff on. I actually have no idea, but I just want to bluff. I think people... I don't know. That might actually be a bad bluff, I'm not sure. I just like finding cool bluffs. In the Nora. And just gonna value bet. Turn in both hands. River and turn. Fold the jack 5 first 3-bet. Any folds, that's nice. We'll take that. Hopefully get one more big hand. I think we'll play one more big hand or cut out in 5 minutes. That's how I feel. Betting bigger, 3-betting bigger when we're deeper. No. King 8 seems really close. I think it's fold though. Oh, by myself. Look across the water. See, horrendous flop for the tens. Just fold the jack nine now. Da, da, da. What is a mess? This going over. Food out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. Last week I came third, I think. I think I came third the 2 times that we've done it, unfortunately. I'm not that good at general knowledge. I just somehow seemed... It's out of like 10 or whatever, so third ain't bad, you know. So I'm pretty happy with third, to be honest. Fine. It'll be here. Well, is gonna mess. Over. You're full out of me. Calling once for the 6-3. Folding turn. Corner. Feature. Checking back. Folding. 3-bet in the ace king. C-bet and flop. Slightly bigger because we're deeper. Checking back here. On this turn, I think we want to do a lot of checking. I think this is actually a combo that I might check shove. If he bets big enough. If there's that sizing. I think I'm still going to check raise. To 38 so I can comfortably fold. And we get the fold. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna set our next big blind. Checking back the jack 8. And stepping over the jack 8. Getting them to fold all those ace X that should probably be calling. Checking back the ace king. Pretty atrocious river. Third, not horrific. Yeah, exactly. I don't think there's a lot of variation in it. I think I'm probably on average a third, I reckon. So it's quite a nice spot to be where I've got a challenge, got a chance of winning, and also not getting slated for winning every week as well. So I actually don't know what to do on this flop. It's probably bet 60, I think. Did I limp this? Yeah, you got to limp the 8-3. Starts because that which is down, so it's so no, like. Don't think that'll be a very fun quiz, to be honest. I'm gonna double barrel, try to fold out those 9s worse. I think they probably overfold them on the turn. Check about this, but we're all taking turns to like host it, so it's probably me a couple of weeks. So Maybe I'll try sliding some engineering questions in then. Why do we all fall down? Alright, here we go. A lot of stacks on the tables. Only up 250, I thought it'd be up more. 10 big blind, all in adjusted. So that's pretty good. Pretty good, but nothing to write home about, but pretty nice session. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Appreciate it. Good luck with whenever you're playing. Have a good Friday or Saturday or wherever it is where you're at. I may stream tomorrow. I might just chill and not just play off stream maybe, but we'll see. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.